Greetings to our global audience and many thanks for tuning in tonight's newscast. I'm Michael Madimba. In last night's top segment, we ran a developing story on social activist Michael Amushelelo. Now, following last night's update, the Namibian Correctional Service has strongly refuted claims that Amushelelo, who is currently detained, is on hunger strike. Windhoek Correctional Facility Officer in Charge, Deputy Commissioner Veiko Armas, told Primetime News that officials engaged Amushelelo and he confirmed that he's not on hunger strike. This is despite Amushelelo taking to social media to express that he has embarked on a hunger strike to fight for his freedom. Epa Kanduwazu filed our lead report.
Windhoek Correctional Facility Officer in Charge, Deputy Commissioner Veiko Armas, said the facility is shocked to have read the news on social media. Armas added that Amushelelo is not on hunger strike at all. The facility is shocked to read such news on social media. He went on to say that inmates are not allowed to post on social media while incarcerated. He said they do not know how it was done unless someone else is doing it on his behalf. In the post, Amushelelo maintained that due to his limited options in prison, he has to undergo an inhumane process to self-torture as the only means at his disposal to fight for his freedom. His wife, Julieta Amushelelo, told Nampa on Thursday that he authorized the social media post. Reporting for Primetime News, Ishmael Mukvonda.
Moving on. The Namibian police force are investigating a case of concealment of birth following the discovery of the two lifeless bodies of male babies suspected to be twins at a dumping site at Koevoorburg on the outskirts of Windhoek. More from this insert.
According to Inspector Reimbert Muronga, it is suspected that the pregnancy was terminated at 7 or 8 months. It is alleged that a member of the public, while searching for food at the dump site, found something in a black plastic bag wrapped in a towel. When he opened the plastic bag, it was discovered that it was two lifeless bodies of male babies with estimated ages between 7 and 8 months. The discovery was made on Wednesday at around 1800 hours. He also said the suspect is unknown and no arrests have been made. The police request public assistance for any information that may lead to the identification of the suspect in the matter. Police investigations continue.
Moving on. 23 fishermen who worked on the controversial High Nasta vessel, formerly owned by Sameri and involved in the fish rot scandal, have still not received their severance payments following their unlawful dismissal in 2018. Our reporter Linia Dishena scratched beyond the surface and filed this report for us.
The fishermen were previously employed by Arctic Nem Fishing, a subsidiary of the Icelandic firm Samherji, which is implicated in the 150 million Namibia dollar fish rot scandal. They were unlawfully dismissed from their permanent jobs in November 2018, which landed them an arbitration award from the Ministry of Labour, Industrial Relations and Employment Creation. Speaking to the media, the group who travelled from Walvis Bay to seek justice through their legal representative, Advocate Norman Chombe, expressed disappointment, anger and dismay towards the justice system, stressing that although justice prevails in the awarded arbitration, they are still fighting to receive their money 2 years later. The unemployed fishermen, through their group leader Emmanuel Ipinge, said their livelihoods have deteriorated despite the vessel's continuous operation in the Namibian waters under the new owners. In a letter dated 27 September 2023 by Chombe to Prosecutor General Martha Imalwa, submitted intentions to institute a claim against Asia Investment, which received a restraining order pending the outcome of the criminal trial faced by the fish rot accused. According to the letter, the Prosecutor General, acting in terms of her powers under the Prevention of Organized Crime Act, Act 29 of 2004, ordered a restraining order against a number of persons and corporate entities, including Asia Investments. The letter further inquired whether there is money or assets belonging to Asia Investment, with intentions to submit a claim of unsatisfied judgment against the assets or monies of Asia Investments in terms of the Prevention of Organized Crime Act.
Moving on to some welcome developments within the Ministry of Home Affairs, Immigration, Safety and Security. The ministry has deployed customer service flow managers from its headquarters in Windhoek to the regions to provide training to staff members as part of its efforts to improve service delivery. Ishmael Mukubonda filed this insert.
According to the ministry spokesperson Margaret Carlo, the managers were deployed to train staff in the client service sections countrywide and have undergone training from the ministry's public relations department. She said the idea was introduced by the executive director Etienne Maritz earlier this month, who saw the need to assist clients with better customer service in all 14 regions. Carlo noted that the customer care floor managers have been receiving training since 18 September this year and will then train staff members on the provision of efficient service, communication skills, customer service, and barriers to effective communication. The managers have so far visited offices in Otjiwarongo, Swakopmund, Rundu, Omotia, and Oranjemund, where they provided training in order to ensure the ministry delivers excellent services to all clients seeking its various services. Reporting for Primetime News, Ishmael Mukvonda.
That concludes the top segment for tonight. Up next is the business segment. Welcome to the Primetime Biz segment, your marketplace for all the latest in business and economics. Throughout the week, we have been shedding spotlight on happenings on at this year's Industrial and Agricultural Show, and our crew, comprising my producers Lydia Pitiri and Josephine Simeon, bring you this insert.
We are at the show currently to make awareness for our population for the rooibos products that is selling in Windhoek, Namibia. And we also sent our products countrywide with numbers to every consultant that is registered. We don't have a shop for the products that we currently offer. We only sell from consultant to the public, as we want to have the products available for extra income, so we create extra income for the population of Namibia. We would like them to also have financial independence. This is a very good opportunity for everyone that is sitting at home and don't have an income. You can earn as much as 1,500 per month selling this rooibos tea, and it's available to all Namibians.
Apart from the conventional attractions such as the industrial and agro sector, the Windhoek Show also attracts the automotive sector. Let's now delve a bit into the sector.
We came to the show this year to exhibit how the gearboxes look and just to give a bit more broader perspective of what's going on under your car. So that's the main objective for this show, and then to showcase as well the different types of oils that Namibia Lubricants has and what services we provide. So you get a different type of material oil. So you have different minerals in your oil, so which makes it more synthetic, less synthetic, depends on what gearbox speed you have and what quality oil you want. For instance, in a manual gearbox, you don't want to put a less synthetic oil in because it's there for the coverage for all the gears and all the bearings, so that's what keep your gearbox safe. We have a workshop at 57 Marconi Street in Southern Industrial near Transworld Cargo. We do all gearbox repairs, and we stock some second-hand gearboxes and recon gearboxes, especially with manuals and diffs. But with automatic, it's not that likely that we keep a stock or a second-hand, but we can always build a stock gearbox for you or repair your old one.
For Saturday's countrywide weather synopsis, we turn our attention to the weather forecast with the Econ Roundup thereafter. Sport Planet is your go-to slot for all things sport in action. The Rugby World Cup draws the segment to life. Andre Pollard is aiming to enjoy expressing himself, albeit not perfectly, when he dons the Springbok jersey for the first time in 13 months against Tonga in Marseille on Sunday. Pollard scored 25 points across the quarterfinal against Japan and the semi-final against Wales before scoring 22, as South Africa beat England 32-12 in the final of the World Cup 4 years ago. The 29-year-old was initially ruled out of this World Cup in France, but returned to competitive action earlier this month with his English club Leicester before being called up as a replacement for injured hooker Malcolm Marx. He gets his chance on their final Pool B match against a physical Tonga side that have been soundly beaten by Ireland and Scotland in their last 2 matches thus far. On to La Liga. Due to the success of his club Bayer Leverkusen, they have seemed to come naturally, especially when the rumors are concerned about Real Madrid and their coach Carlo Ancelotti, who is said to be leaving the Spanish Giants in the summer of 2024. 41-year-old Alonso's success at the helm of Leverkusen has prompted admiring comments from Ancelotti himself, who say the former Bayern Munich and Real Madrid midfielder has the required skills to lead the Spanish Giants. Reports in Spanish media suggest that a deal is already done, with German media speaking of an exit clause and Alonso's Leverkusen contract referring to an offer from Madrid. Currently sitting second on the table behind leaders Bayern Munich only on goal difference, Leverkusen are the Bundesliga's team of the hour. Stay locked for your sports roundup. This is where we dock for the night and indeed the week. Much appreciated for having cruised with me. Before we say goodbye, did you know that today, the 29th of September, is commemorated globally as World Heart Day? And a slight adjustment in lifestyle, such as regular exercise, limiting alcohol consumption, consuming a rich fruit and vegetable diet, minimizing salt intake, to mention a few, can all go a long way in promoting cardiovascular health and overall well-being. That's it. Let's care for our hearts one heartbeat at a time. Otherwise, from myself, Michael Madimba, and the entire crew that continuously puts in a massive shift to ensure we seamlessly deliver primetime news every restful weekend. Good night.